The spoilers for Boruto Chapter 11 have been released, but not in the way we expected. It's been a long time since the spoilers were released this late. I mean, tomorrow is the official release. Himawari has amazing healing powers. According to Jura, she's more of a beast than a Jinchuriki. All the dialogue between Hidari and the others make me think of a possible betrayal from him. Boruto is stronger than ever, and it seems like I was right. He's the only one who stands a chance against this Shinju. All of this and much more in today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it helps me a lot. And let's see. On this month's cover is Hidari, and the chapter title is Serious, signifying the seriousness with which Jura and Hidari start fighting. And the text says, the thunder that is swallowed by the darkness. This can have multiple meanings, among them being Boruto, also known as Thunderbolt, might be swallowed by darkness, which means karma. Or it could mean that Sasuke is swallowed by darkness, with this Shinju being his clone. The chapter starts where it left off last month, that is, with a scene featuring Jura. Apparently Himawari has amazing regenerative powers. As it says here, she even healed Inojin, something I suspected in the last review, but I didn't think she could heal destroyed organs. She asks Shikadai to let her fight alone, to confirm why Jura wants her, but also because she's aware that if others intervene, they will end up dying. In a way, it's like Naruto here, knowing that only she can face him and asking the others not to interfere, just like Naruto did when Pain attacked the village. Shikamaru wanted to intervene, but was told that Naruto asked them to keep their distance, otherwise they would have made the fight with Pain more difficult. Shikadai agrees because he also understands that he doesn't stand a chance against Jura. This Shinju compliments him for his wise decision, saying that he will not forget his name as they will meet again someday. What does Jura mean here? At first I can't tell, but it seems like they are trying to create a connection between the two. Jura noticed how intelligent Shikadai is, and we know he studied him and all the others, knowing them from books. But why would he want to meet him again one day? Obviously, when we have the official translation, we will get a better idea. Chocho doesn't agree with Himawari's decision, but Himawari assures her that she was scared at first too, but since she received this power, she has a responsibility to fulfill. In short, we can say that Himawari mentioned here that with great power comes great responsibility. Chocho eventually accepts the decision and asks her to buy her pancakes after everything is over. Jura acknowledges that they are not fools, but still wonders why they make bad decisions. He says that Inojin kept attacking, even though Jura warned him, but at the same time, because of this, he awakened something in Himawari, and he wonders if it's a coincidence or a correlation. Jura still doesn't understand the concept of caring for someone, giving your life willingly so that person can escape. Even if he has consciousness, the sense of affection, of caring, is not yet registered in his memory. And I say yet because the first one who I think will start feeling this is Hidari. But before we get there, Himawari and Jura are fighting, both launching a Bijou bomb. But a very interesting thing is that here Himawari is the first in history who can form a Bijou bomb in her normal form, without a specific transformation. From the history of the Naruto universe, we know that it is impossible for a human to create a Bijou bomb. Naruto in Kurama's first chakra mode barely learned how to create one. Killer Bee said that it is impossible to form a Bijou bomb without being in the Beast's chakra mode. This is because you need to perfectly balance and combine positive and negative energy. This means that Himawari at 12 years old can create a perfect Bijou bomb, combining Kurama's positive and negative energy. Another fun fact is that Kurama can't control her just like he did with Naruto. Only she can use his chakra. The Beast's chakra is composed of positive black energy and white negative energy. When you compress it, you need to hit the perfect ratio. It is natural for her to be able to do something like this without the training that Naruto needed. Jura is curious about Himawari's fast evolution and how she can use a Bijou bomb. Apparently he injures her quite badly and says that this is the first time he understands certain things. This feeling makes him want to be serious, to fight with seriousness, giving his all. The scene changes to Konoha, where Sarada and the others have surrounded Hidari. She asks him how he can use Chidori, but Hidari gives a very interesting answer, and we are about to see from the following dialogue why I think he will betray Jura and the other Shinju. Hidari asks if the eyes she used before are Sharingan, and if Chidori is the name of the move used earlier. He said that Chidori is quite hard to use. It needs the Sharingan to perfect it. Even though he has the Rinnegan, technically the Sharingan is the best dojutsu when it comes to Chidori. If you use it without the Sharingan, it creates a tunnel vision and leaves you open to more attacks. It is much more dangerous to use Chidori without Sharingan, even if you have the Rinnegan. A very interesting detail. Moving on, Konohamaru asks him what relationship he has with Sasuke, but Hidari says he doesn't know who he is. he came to Konoha to find out more about him. Until now we believe the Shinju knew who they were created after. I mean, for example, I thought Hidari knew he was created after Sasuke. He has all his jutsus, he is practically his mirror copy, but I didn't expect him to know nothing. This changes the situation because in the moments to come and surely in the following chapters he will realize who he was created after. I think a conversation with Sarada is very welcome. It makes me think these Shinju are like children, just discovering the world. They have just gained consciousness and are learning about caring for someone and love. They have intelligence but they have not yet been educated. I don't think they are limited in thinking. They just haven't discovered certain key details. For example, I believe that if Hidari is told who Sarada is and who he was created after, a spark will ignite in his memory and he will receive some of Sasuke's memories. Because let's not forget, the chakra system of a shinobi is very important. When you use genjutsu, you can affect the mind with chakra. The chakra system is exactly like the nervous system, and the fact that these Shinju are constantly fed with the original one's chakra makes me believe that Hidari will eventually receive Sasuke's memories. But for now, he's like a person who has lost his memory and has come to the only place he's drawn to find information. Sumire warns Konohamaru to protect Sarada, but apparently Jura, who is elsewhere, uses teleportation claws to help Hidari and electrocute Sarada. A random Jonin tries to help but he's burned alive by Hidari's fire release. Konohamaru attacks with a Rasengan but Hidari teleports behind him. This is the scene we already saw in the spoiler, but apparently Konohamaru uses a new move called Rasen Shoheki, a wind element move called Spiraling Barrier. But as much as I joke about Konohamaru, I'm glad to see he has developed more Rasengan variations and who knows, he might even have a memorable fight in the future. Hidari attacks Sumire with lightning and leaves her unconscious on the ground. Apparently the same thing happened with Himawari. Jura attacked her so badly that she fell to the ground, but her wound healed completely. Jura praised her regeneration ability, saying it is much more than a simple Jinchuriki. It's much closer to a tailed beast. But even so, Himawari is getting weaker and weaker because she needs a lot of chakra to keep up with such serious injuries. Kurama also appears and says the following: even if Himawari has great potential, she still doesn't stand a chance against Jura's power. The scene shifts to Delta and Kawaki flying. Delta asks Kawaki what he will do to Jura and Hidari, who already beat him. Kawaki says it's his only option, but Delta continues to ask what he will do there if those two already beat him up. But Boruto suddenly flies past them and tries to reach Himawari as quickly as possible to save her. How humiliating for Delta to say that it's pointless to go there. Even if Himawari is technically his sister, Kawaki still can't save her. But wait, there is someone who can save her, her true brother. Back to Hidari, he continues to say that he doesn't know anything about himself, but somehow the only thing he knows is Sarada. He only had her imagined in his mind. So he asks who she really is, and at the same time, he thinks about what he would gain if he consumes her, which again reminds us of the Ten Tails. It was just a beast that wanted to consume, nothing more. But this instinct has now combined with human consciousness. Sarada sees Boruto's frog holding something in his hand. It is the flying Raijin mark that Boruto uses to teleport. The frog says the symbol is a square, and Boruto uses the flying Thunder God technique to teleport there. Very interesting way to use the flying Raijin. As the official site said, with Kashinkoji's help, Boruto learned this technique, which means he thinks of a square or a triangle or any other geometric shape that the frogs carry to teleport. According to him, he is not as skilled as his grandfather, that is Minato, but still I think he uses this technique perfectly. So Boruto teleports behind Hidari and cuts off the hand that was holding Sarada captive. Jura comments, what a tiring trick, Otsutsuki Boruto, and Boruto seems to be holding Himawari in his arms, which means he saved both her and Sarada at the same time. Boruto uses the flying Raijin technique very well and saves them both instantly. I think that a very interesting parallel is between what Jura said, what a tiring trick, and what Momoshiki and Ishiki said about Sasuke's Amenote Jikara. This is where the chapter ends. Tomorrow is the official release. Thank you all for the support, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.